Guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So I'm trying to get Twitch up behind here, but for some reason it's acting like it want to load slow. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. All right, Twitch, come on, come on. What y'all doing? All right, let's see if I can help it over here. Because we might just have to move it along on the other side with something different because I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, what are y'all up to? What are y'all doing? How's y'all morning? Did y'all check in with yourself today? How do you feel? Did you do your morning affirmations? Okay, there we go. There it goes. All right, love it. All right, so after I get the other one up, then that's when it starts to want to pull up for itself. We still got that box. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh, Cosmic Create. We'll let this play out. How about that? Your source of all life and light. You are my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside still waters and restore my soul. In your presence, I find peace and strength, for you are always with me. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference. As I walk each day in faith, in the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me, as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will, for I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and the blessings I need. I release all fear and surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence, now and forever. Amen. Amen. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. We're at Pisces. Well, you really did it this time. The tides of intuition. Initiation, but intuition. The tides of initiation, a Pisces awakening. All right, so take it how it resonates for you. Everybody in the chat, good morning, welcome. I'll be there in 5 seconds. But we got a little bit of a disruption in time continuum this morning, and we'll figure it out. But either way, we're gonna let it be what it's gonna be. So the dream has always begun the same, because Pisces, here we are. All I kept hearing is it's chaining day, right? But mind y'all, it's multiple things that are happening right now. Because my dreams last night was I went to sleep playing the Book of Enoch. Something about freaking 969. It is the oldest person in the book, the oldest person in the Bible. And Methuselah, for some reason, I don't know why, and Twitch keeps cutting off. For some reason, I kept seeing it as a woman, but Methuselah is a man. So, the son of Enoch, but then it went into Noah, the grandson, and he died the day before the flood, but he lived 969 days. Good morning, Reading Tarot. Good morning, Latrice. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Tamila, thank you for being here. What the fuck just happened? All right, Strength, I saw you. We're here. Good morning. Everything's going haywire. Tamilia Walls, hi, thank you for being here. Isaac, thank you for being here. Welcome, 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 everyone, to the chat. All right. If anybody, I can't see you because I'm using this because this is doing something. Everything's all over the place because it's energy, and more energy. So I want to tell y'all something, but I want to tell y'all this first because the awakening. The dream always began the same. You stand on the edge of an endless ocean, the waves whispering secretly. But listen, as I'm telling y'all this, the message is to visualize it. Because something is about to happen or something has happened that is probably about to change everything you've ever thought. So here we go. The dream always begins the same. You stand at the edge of an endless ocean, the waves whispering secrets only your soul can understand. What? Y'all, give me 1 second, because I gotta deal with this, because this is important. Do y'all want me to call y'all back, or y'all want to hold on? Hold on. See, this is the shit that I be talking about. This is where nobody does their job, right? And then when they get to doing their job, they try to act like 1,000 times, weeks and weeks ago. Now she's doing, I guess, supposedly her job now. And so now when I call the bitch back, she don't answer. But mind you, I've been trying to get a hold of this lady for months now. Either way, y'all bear with me because, here we are. And everything happens for a reason. So this is the chaos that we are experiencing. Good morning, Strength. How are you? Isaac, good morning. Tamilia, you're very welcome. Hey, period. Hey. Katrina, hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yep, already happened over the past 6 months. Thought I was going crazy. No, man, no, I'm crazy. Started off friends, then slowly every single friend I ever had or ever saw in a different light. That's how it normally begins, but they don't need to be there. And I keep trying to turn on Twitch, but it's not working. Hi, Jazzy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, if this lady called back, then I got to answer because I've been trying to get to this bitch for forever. And now that everybody's getting fucking fired, now bitches want to do their job because she talking about what day did I go. Bitch, you would have knew when it happened that you didn't do your job then, okay? But either way, I'm on everybody else's time because then I call this hoe back and she don't answer. So, are y'all ready now? Am I ready? All right. So this is the party that goes crazy, apparently. So initiation day, chaining day, everything's chaotic, okay? Now, the dream always begins the same. You stand at the edge of an endless ocean. The waves whispering secrets only your soul can understand. The sky above shimmers with stars that pulse like living beings. Watching, waiting. A path of moonlight stretches across the water, calling you forward. But every time you try to step in, fear holds you back. Tonight feels different. The air is heavier charged with something ancient. You can feel it. This is the turning point. You look down at your reflection in the water, but instead of your usual face, you see flickering images, versions of yourself from different timelines. In one, you cling to the past love that has long since faded. In another, you're drowning in your own emotions, lost in a cycle of self-doubt, and yet in another, you stand tall, eyes fierce with knowing, walking across the water as if you have always belonged there. A voice echoes in your mind. You must choose. Your heart pounds. This is it. The moment where you either step into your next chapter or you stay trapped in an old timeline. The water shimmers, revealing the memories you have once been avoiding. Like, because why do I gotta do this? The heartbreak, the missed opportunities, the time you ignored your intuition. Hoping life would fix itself. But does life ever fix itself? Well, you really did it this time. You think with a weird smile. Like, I guess life kind of does fix itself. You have spent so long trying to hold on to things that were already dissolving. Katrina just said it right there. Or Kalina. Am I saying your name wrong? Because it's just tiny. I can't see shit. So here we go. You have spent so long trying to hold on to things that were already dissolving, afraid of what would happen if you let go. But what if letting go is the initiation? The realization hits you like a wave. You were never meant to stay on shore. Every painful lesson, every moment of doubt, Every so-called mistake has been leading you here to this choice. Hi, Devary. She said, I succeeded in minding my own business, and period. The realization hit you like a wave. You were never meant to stay on the shore. Every painful lesson, every moment of self doubt, every so called mistake has been leading you here to this choice. Taking a deep breath, you step into the water. It is ice cold at first, shocking your system. But as you walk forward, the warmth of something unseen wraps around you. The moonlight shifts, wrapping around you like a silver thread, weaving something new into your soul. Then you hear it, a soft hum of the universe itself, singing you forward. You are not drowning, you are transforming. As you walk further into the waves, the old version of yourself part dissolves and fades away, leaving only the one who has finally embraced their power. The ocean no longer feels like an obstacle. It's your home, your guide, your teacher. For the first time, you understand the past was never meant to hold you. The unknown isn't a threat, it's an invitation. And so you continue to walk on, stepping into a new chapter, no longer afraid. Pisces, your initiation has begun. The tide is pulling you forward. Trust it. So, your initiation has begun. It has started. So it gives me an image of you being trapped, right? That shore that you were standing on was your prison, was your cell. And you can see everything in front of you, the new city, the new house, the new job, the new friends, the new everything. A better state of mind, a better position. It's all right here in front of you. But where you were, you have to swim through the ocean and you don't know how to swim. That's what you thought. Because it seems like when you don't know what's on the other side, what if the ocean that you thought was so deep, you just had to walk across? Like it was never even going to hit past your waist. You just had to have some faith and take the first step. Everything is right here. But the first thing you have to do is let go of the fear. So if you stay here, you're going to die. Or you can go out there and die. You can take the risk because here, where you are, you're definitely, surely going to die. A low or a slow, long death. Because there's nothing over here anymore to sustain you. You have grown well beyond where you've come from, where you like transitioned from. So if you stay here, there's nothing. There's memories of old shit, but how long is that going to keep you warm? How long is that going to sustain you? When everything you've ever wanted is over here, would you take the risk? Because I know I'm going to die here. I might not die out here in this water, and it's not that far. I can see it. I can feel it. Like everybody's rooting you on the other side. But you got to go through that water, and you got to go through it by yourself. And it's dark. But mind you, you're not even by yourself. You got all these people over here saying you can do it. So here we are. Pisces, your heart always leads. But sometimes it takes you places you never intended to go. You dove deep, maybe too deep.
into something or someone, and now you're surfacing, wondering how you got here by myself. Like, I trusted everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebel Bell. I love you. Thank you. She went to tier 1. Thank you. You didn't know how you got here, but you took a risk on somebody. You took a risk on a thing. You took a risk, and now you're here in this moment. So you dove deep, maybe too deep, into something or someone, and now you're surfacing, wondering how you got here. But don't beat yourself up. Every misstep is just another wave into a vast ocean of experience. The universe isn't punishing you, it's redirecting you. Trust that even the chaos has purpose. Take a breath, own your choices, and remember you're not stuck. You're just in transition. So swim wisely from here. Because you can stay over here if you want. It's not going to prosper you anything. You're not going to grow anymore. You've reached the top level on this side. You've done it all. Hey, Rebel Bell, I love you. Thank you for being here. So, spiritually, this message for Pisces is just a moment of reckoning, where your emotions, intuition, or choices have led you into a situation that now requires reflection. It signifies a lesson unfolding, one that might feel like a mistake, but it's actually a necessary part of your soul's growth. The phrase, "Whoop, you did it this time," carries a tone of both humor and accountability. Because shit, we be doing stuff. And remember, I told you, sometimes we just got to touch the stove because, that's how it is. You got to grow through the lesson. Reminding you that while you may have acted impulsively or let your emotions take the wheel, there is still wisdom to be gained. Spiritually, this is a call to trust divine timing, release guilt, and realign with your higher self. The oceanic nature of Pisces means that you often drift between fantasy and reality, depth and surface. This moment is an opportunity to anchor yourself, learn from your choices, and use your intuition with greater discernment. Moving forward, it's not about regret, it's about recalibration. The universe is guiding you. Now you just have to listen. So yesterday I was walking, right? And through my house, and I took y'all on a tour of stuff the other day, and I was thinking, damn, I feel good about life. I feel good about myself. I feel good about where I am. Thank you, Rebel Bell. Love you. Thank you. I feel good about where I am. Donations are definitely welcome and appreciated. I love you and thank you for that, Jess. So I feel good about where I am. Is everything perfect? No. But it is perfect. It's exactly what is necessary, and it's exactly what I need. I don't know about y'all, but I like to play my music loud, right? And you remember at once upon a time when you were in your mother's house or in your father's house or wherever, whoever's house you were in, there was always rules. You had to follow the rules because you were under their roof. But I make the rules here. I get to do what I want. And it's crazy how sometimes, even at 49 years old, you start to think, I can do whatever I want to do. Yeah, everything may not be exactly the way you want it to be at this moment in time, but I don't have nobody around getting on my nerves, asking me a bunch of damn questions, trying to tell me to do stuff, or me needing to do stuff for anybody that I don't want to. People will try to get you to look at your life in all sorts of fashions and make you think, again, you want something or you need something that you really don't want or need. They will try to make you think that this is where you want to be, or it's people that have way more than you at this moment in time and they're still not happy. The biggest thing and the biggest lesson that I've ever learned is what you can control. The things that are out of your control, let it be. So if you have a bill that you need to pay but you can't pay it, why are you stressing over it? Figure out a way, if you can, on how to get it done. Be accountable. Make a phone call. Tell the people that, oh, I need this, my time, whatever. But why stress over something that you're not going to be able to do? Hey, Athena, love you. Thank you for being here. Like, I started to learn before, and this was a long time ago, right? When I told y'all I slid down the wall and I started to cry. I turned it into a poem, but I really did that. It was the whole white woman thing and everything, right? But it was because at that point in time, I realized everybody that I had around me didn't really love me the way they said they did. Like, it was always good when I was doing stuff for them, but when I really, really needed somebody, I didn't have it. Also, when I was taking care of everybody, it was cool. But the minute I needed something that would help me, I didn't have it. And so this is when I had my double wide. And I was so proud of myself when I first got the double wide. But then, as years go on, houses and things you have to maintain, you have to take care of. And so everybody's around was around. It was, a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, a lot of fun, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of people, right? And so it came a time where I couldn't pay my mortgage. Mind you, I had thousands of dollars. So, mismanagement of money and all types of other bullshit. When I could have paid up, months and months ahead, but I didn't have that knowledge and I didn't have that know-how at the time. But what I had was, a lot of people saying, hey, let's party, let's do this, let's do that. It's like when you notice that when you're ready to go to school or something like that, you don't really have the people rooting for you. But if you want to go to the club, everybody's there. If you want to be drinking and doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, everybody's there. But when it's time for you to really elevate your life, nobody's there. It's just the process that you have to go through. Anyway, long story short, um, the place was cursed anyway. And I kept feeling like I couldn't get away from there. And I kept trying and trying and trying to get away from there. But what I didn't know was God's way of getting me away from there was making me not be able to pay. But because I kept trying to hold on to something, and I kept saying, even to myself, it feels like a trap. Why can't I get away from here? Like, no matter, it just felt like I was stuck in that location. And y'all, I'm heavy on the, even back then, I would lock in my bedroom and I would go through the Bible. Like, I did a chronological who begat who in my bedroom at that house at the time, but it was so much stuff that had happened. God's way of getting me out of there was making me not be able to pay, but because I felt like it was going to be a failure if I let it go, I kept making it worse by holding on to it. Until finally, I just had to close the doors and walk away. Now, there was a series of events that happened after that. But for some reason, it was the best moment of my life. Like, once I made peace with, I'm over it. I'm not holding on to it. That little cry that I needed to have, the realignment, the readjustment, when God said, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to put you in a better position. But I didn't understand that because I was so clouded by worrying about what other people thought, like she lost her house. She couldn't do this. She's so great. Why this? The greatest thing I could have ever done was exactly what I did. Relinquish everything. You got it. I didn't understand then, but I totally understand now. I've done it so many times now where it's just like, I keep on pushing and I keep on pushing because faith without works is dead. You should definitely keep on pushing. But when certain things start to happen where it's like you can clearly see that that's God talking. It don't matter what these people are saying. That's God talking. And I'm about to do something for you that your mind can't even fathom. All you feel like is it's a loss. It's embarrassing. but you still focused on what other people think. So let's see. The very exactly happened to me. Money management and girl, you ain't never lied. But rebellion for me. I love comfort. I love comfort. Me too. And what luxury might be, because I don't know, but I always lived a few steps over Aladdin. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. But this is the thing: is that even you? But when it's good and taking care of others, we ignore ourselves. Yes, love you like you would love you said period. Love you like you would love someone else. I'm going through that one. Letting go is easy. Noticed or listen to my gut. Amen. There you go. Shit happens and shit does happen. I feel you on that because I live in a trailer park and been girl, that's where it was, in a trailer park. And them trailer parks be seeming like for some reason it is a curse, like a blessing and a curse, because it was a blessing when I got it, but it's a thing, like it's supposed to be a stepping stone, like public housing. If you get caught too long, it's almost like you can never get out. So it's meant to be a stepping stone, not a way of living. I feel you on that because I live in a trailer park and been have almost 5 years, and now I'm wanting to move. Girl, I know that feeling, which I struggle with, but I recently left a job for a few things, but let go, and I've been door dashing. Mind you, I don't own a car. I'm learning to trust the process and trust God. Let me tell y'all something about, platforms and things of that nature. People will look down on you because you are doing food deliveries or this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. But let me tell y'all something about these food deliveries. These platforms make so much money, especially when they are right and the algorithm is algorithming. Should. And it's like how I was trying to tell y'all. People look at, artists and, rappers and things of that nature like they have a lot of money. It's like a mismatched frame of thought, right? I think it's reconnecting. The people who look like they normally have whole lot of money probably ain't the ones that do. So let's be mindful of what people think about, is degrading. I delivered your food, right? You're damn right I did. Because you want to know why? I got paid $27 to deliver it. Mind you, it went fucking 5 miles. Do you know 5 miles and $27? 5 miles is the equivalent of maybe 10, 15 minutes. I made $27 in 15 minutes. There's people that make $25 or $27 a fucking hour. I made it in 10 minutes. When algorithm is algorithming, like on Valentine's Day, I told y'all, I did food deliveries on Valentine's Day, right? In less than an hour, I had made $90, $87 and something cents in an hour. Mind you, it was probably more than that. So people, there's so many. If you have a car and you don't have a job, get you on some platforms: DoorDash, Instacart, Spark, uh, any one of them, Uber, Lyft. You work for yourself. You make your own schedule, and the money is yours right then and there. Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, you shouldn't do this, that, or the third. Because guess what? One thing about me is I'm gonna be where I can make some money at. Okay. And I don't give a damn who says what or how. I get to make my own decisions for my own life. You're not gonna tell me that it's degrading or it's this or it's that. I live probably better than a lot of people. And so you're not going to tell me that if I got to shovel, and I said it before, if I got to shovel rat shit to stay out of a fuck nigga face, watch what I do and watch me be peaceful and watch me be happy. Like, it's so many people around here that think they are the prize. Like, literally, my piece is prize. My piece is the prize. I ain't got to deal with that shit. I ain't even got to hear you talking stupid. Like, people do not realize, like, when a person finds the peace that they need to really find in their life, like, they not dealing with you. They not dealing with all this extra shit that people come with. Like, I don't gotta deal with that. I can close my motherfucking door and it's quiet in this bitch. And that's what I was getting to. I was walking down the steps and I was like, this is what I've always wanted in life. I get to live life on my own terms. I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody's saying, and yes, I can incorporate, listen, because I don't have problems with getting no nigga. Like, I can make 1,000,006 phone calls and have them all here at the same damn time. Bitch, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I ain't going to do. You either with it or you're not. Niggas be with some shit, okay? The same way bitches be with some shit. But why would I want to add that to my life? And so sometimes we have to really think about what we need. Your initiation is the universe now bringing you into the realization of some stuff. Sometimes what we be afraid of, being by ourselves, or, starting something new, is not something we should really be afraid of. It's probably everything you've been waiting for, everything you ever wanted in your life. But because you didn't check in with yourself this morning, it made you think that you wanted to be around, this bitch or this nigga that ain't gonna do nothing but disturb your fucking peace. That's it, that's all. Hi, Sammy. What did we do? Like, what happened? Yo, I don't know what's up with this. It's just disturbing my whole entire life right now. So we'll see. I'll see if it reconnects. But, well, you really did it this time. So, but what if it isn't a mistake? What if this is exactly the glitch in the matrix that you were meant to trigger? Where's my chat at? Okay. Okay, chat, where you at? It keeps popping in and it keeps popping out, so it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. What if this was the exact glitch in the matrix that you were meant to trigger? Spiritually, you just set off a chain reaction, a butterfly effect. It's going off out here too. Again, the vultures and thieves at my back, but with somebody else's voice, not yours, Latrice. People are just going through, going through their lessons, and when you accept it, it feels so, and you are so right, Athena, it doesn't feel so insulting. I think that's what you said. Some people don't even know what they're doing, but I've looked into the mirror and decided, and period. If it's the internet signal, it's happening to me too. Yeah, it's definitely the internet is dropping, but we'll fix it. So, as of now, I just don't have a strong signal, so there's that. Child of God, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. It wasn't a mistake. Spiritually, you just set off a chain reaction, a butterfly effect in the unseen realms. The moment that you thought was a misstep was actually a secret door opening. Because what did I tell y'all the other day? Somehow I got put somewhere. And I don't know how that door opened, but I was thankful. It still has affected me in a little bit of a way, though. I accept the surrender. I'm going forward. I'm not hanging around to save them. No. This is another thing that I keep hearing from people, right? It keeps saying that nobody's coming to save you, right? I keep hearing people saying that. I don't believe that, though. So even in the midst of, because I get the concept, it's basically you saving yourself, right? I get what they mean. But I dislike the fact that they don't give credit where credit is due. Because I'm somebody, right? I sat down to save myself, but in the midst of me saving myself, I also am saving a couple other people. Y'all showed up trying to save yourself, but in the midst of you saving yourself, you also helped save me. You came to listen. You came to listen to my story. You came to participate because my chat be popping. The chat be popping. They be in there giving each other advice. They be in there exchanging stories to a degree, but we aren't here for ourselves. Exactly. We are in servitude. There you go. Give credit where credit is due. You damn right, DeVary. Because at the end of the day, it's like God made me sit down here because that damn sure wasn't me. I would have kept pushing, kept going where I made the most money. Like, I would have kept doing that. But instead, I kept getting the message. Sit down. They need you just as much as you need them. At the time, I didn't even know what I needed until I realized y'all was what I needed. This was what I needed. And we have restructured a couple times on this channel until, like, even now, this is new. Because what I was doing was a lot of tarot, was a lot of this, it was a lot. And now I'm even trying to figure out how we incorporate even me coming more in the process. But I kid you not, it has been like a thing where it's like, I could even want to come here and get online, but something is like, sit still. Just sit still. You saved me. Isaac, you saved me too. Thank you for being here. I don't need a knight in shining armor. I know how to be one. I know how to be alone. I've got this far with 5 kids, and you're different. You speak facts. They talk gibberish. They're no comparison, honest. And period. Because at the end of the day, y'all come here and y'all talk to me, and y'all didn't realize, like, the whole entire time I was going through the dark night of the soul, or I was going through that matrix glitch, I needed somebody. And God kept saying, ask for your soul tribe, ask for help. And I got so many people that was trolling me, like so many people that didn't understand. Like, I could have done the worst things based off of what was being given, what people were doing. I had a real celebrity trolling me at the time, not really understanding that I didn't know what was happening. Their friends trolling me at, like, that literally could have triggered me into death. But it was funny to them. And I get it. People make mistakes, right? People make mistakes. And so maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know that my reality is I don't suffer the same BS that they suffered. So maybe they didn't understand, like, oh, we shouldn't have done that to her. Do I respect the person for it? No. I forgive them for doing it. But it made me look at the person in a whole nother light, because even after the fact that I was even explaining that, you know, that could have triggered me wrong, they didn't want to offer an apology to it. They didn't want to own up to it. It was almost like they said, fuck it, you deal with it, and, you know, I'm going to excuse myself from the situation. I think that was kind of cowardice on the person. And I can still love a person, you know, genuinely, because that's what's inside of me. But I know that this individual, I don't give a fuck what they say. It's a fuck nigga. Because literally, like, when you do some shit like that and a person expresses to you, like, I could have died based off of what you did. Did you know? No. Yes, they will never apologize. You're right. They will never apologize. But God also know that I don't give a fuck what this person say. I know they're always going to have a problem in life based off the fact that they did that to me. I don't give a fuck how they say my life is so great, this, that, and the third. They can stand in front of the audience and lie, this, that, and the third. They're never going to be whole until they make that shit the fuck up. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They're going to have to go to God about this one. And that's on some real shit. And I'm going to stand on that. I don't give a fuck if I meet the person and I'm standing in their face. Until they make that shit right, ain't nothing in life going to go right for this motherfucker. And I don't give a fuck what they do. It's never going to go that way, because y'all interrupted my cycle unprovoked. Nobody asked you, and they thought it was funny. I could have died. But y'all are what actually pulled me back in the right direction to let me know that it's okay. Yeah, like we see you and we know this shit is fucked up, but we going through some fucked up shit too. And I sat in front of y'all and I literally exposed every fucking thing that was happening to me at the time. Not knowing that was what God needed me to do because other people were going through it too. And if I would have died, so would they. They would have too. It would have been a chain reaction, a ripple effect, a butterfly effect. People don't realize what you do triggers a wave out into the universe. So we got a celebrity that basically thought that it was cool to trigger people in a way and then say, oh, my bad. I'm so powerful. Bitch, fuck you. I love you, but still, to this day, fuck you. And I only watch because, the universe tells me, watch. Watch and monitor. They gonna lie, they going this, they going that, I don't give a fuck what they do. Shit ain't, you know what, when that lady said, until you do right by me, bitch, yes. Until you do right by your people, until you do right by the universe. And I don't give a fuck how many cars you give away to your people. I don't give a fuck how much money you give away to, I don't give a fuck. Until you make it right with the people that you wronged, bitch, nothing. You may get a little trickle here. You may get a little bit of this. It's never going to be what it should be until you fix what the fuck you did. And I'm standing on it, and I don't care. Mind you, ain't nothing I could do about it. Because the universe said, throw your hands up, baby girl. Give it to us. I gave it. But emotionally, that shit hurt when you realize people be playing in your life all unprovoked. You never asked them. I didn't know you, didn't give a fuck. None of that. And it don't take a lot to be a good person. It don't take a lot to be a good person. If you a fuck nigga behind the scenes because you doing shit that you think is funny, nigga, you a fuck nigga in real life. Ain't no person, I'm never gonna do no shit like that because that's not in me to do. I'm never gonna play on somebody's feelings, emotions, mental health, thinking that it's funny. You know how I told y'all before, the universe putting you in position, what type of person are you? So, what type of person are you? Are you a mean, vindictive, whatever? It's going to show. It's going to show on a little level. It's going to show on a big level. It's going to show on a bigger level. So no matter what type of platform you get on, these people will say, oh, I'm this. I can sit in front of you and I can reform. Yes, people change. People change. But a part of the change has to be atonement. Atonement is a real thing. But guess what? This is where I'm sitting in front of you and I'm here to tell you, it don't matter whether or not they apologize or not. It don't matter whether or not they act like they see you. It don't matter. Nothing connected to you or pertaining to us will be affected based off nothing that they did. It was the universe's way of saying, I need for you to pay attention and see some shit. So everything was supposed to happen for a reason. Even the fuck nigga shit. But that's the thing. Sometimes it's not a test for you. Sometimes it's a test for them. And we was going to come out of it with flying colors anyway. We was going to come out of it with flying colors anyway. And you want to know why we were the lesson? Because God knew that we could deal with it. They could have did that shit to somebody else and the person would have died, right? But God pointed them in the direction of a bitch that was going to be able to handle it. Somebody that was going to be able to stand 10 toes down, because the message was never the lesson for us. God said, I'm going to send it in your direction because I know you're going to be able to handle it. I know you're going to come out with flying colors. I know you shall not surely die. But we're going to deal with this nigga because they should know fucking better. And you're going to be exactly what they need to make sure that they get the lesson. Well, here we are. And look how far we've come. All of us. We didn't die. And I also told y'all, what's the number one rule of Earth School? Don't die. Spiritually, we can die. Mentally, but physically, don't die. Because we can come back from spiritual, we can come back from mental. 3D version, Don't damage the body. Okay? Because, man. All right. Because we can read through them. That's why we were able to handle it. And period. The very say absolutely. How good are the messages coming in and always reassuring? Now it's okay. Where we are okay. We are better than okay. More than amazing. And regardless of whether or not people want to put themselves in your position or whether or not people want to keep trying to put themselves in your energy, because the niggas still be trying to put this stuff in my energy all the fucking time. But the funny part is this. One thing about me is I was never afraid. And people used to always say, well, this one person said they were afraid for me because in my reality, I would say, okay, it was easy for me to let go. So they thought that I had, thoughts, right? No, I love my life. I love who I am. I love my existence. I've never been ashamed of who I am. I don't give a fuck what I got on, how, like, I don't care. You can't tell me that I'm not the baddest thing in the universe. You see what I'm saying? I've never had whatever it is the people thought they could play on. I never had that. I never had, oh, I don't want to be here to where I'm just going. Never had that. What I had was, I will make peace with some shit in a heartbeat. So if I'm to die today, guess what I'm going to do? And then on top of that, how could it be any worse over there than it is over here? Like, we just don't know what's over there. But if I had to go through this bullshit over here, that gotta be better. Cause how? Or maybe it's not. But the point of it is my brain has already rationalized, like, this got to be hell. Cause ain't no fucking way. You mean to tell me I would be able to go meet God? Like, why would I not want to go meet God? Now, I'm happy to be here, so don't nobody get it fucked up. But on another note, like, you're threatening me with a good time. So I'm going to swim across the lake to where I need to go. I jump out the window. This is the reason why when people say, the same person will say, I was always jealous that you were fearless. No, I was shaking in my boots when I jumped, I promise you. But somebody put up a brick wall or they put you on an island, and the only place, like, just imagine you being on a cliff and you can't go back because there's nothing there. The only place for you to go is either you stay here or you jump. I gotta fucking jump because I can't stay here. I can't go back. So what are we afraid for? There's nothing else we could do. The option has already been made. I mean, there is no other option. You got to jump. So spiritually, just sort of a chain of events, a butterfly effect in the unseen realms. The moment you thought was a misstep was actually a secret door opening, shifting timelines and altering destinies in ways that you can't comprehend. But I do want to say destinations, because altering your destination, altering your destiny in ways you can't comprehend. You're in Earth School, and today's energy reveals that the lesson isn't about regret. It's about initiation. We can't regret nothing that we ever went through. We can't regret nothing that ever happened. But you know, when I say that's a fuck nigga, right? Somebody will be mad at me for saying that, right? But it's because they don't want to take a look in the mirror. It's like when I keep talking about racism. If I'm a fucking racist and I keep spewing racist shit, but then when people talk to me about racism, I get upset, it's because I don't want to take a look in the mirror. So when you a fuck nigga, of course you don't want to take a look in the mirror and see that you're a fuck nigga. You want to keep saying, ooh, I'm a god. Ooh, I'm the best. Ooh, I'm this. Ooh, I'm that. No, you're a fuck nigga in real life. Because you know what you did. You know what you're doing. You know how you got into that position. You lied, cheated, stole, manipulated, everything else. But anytime somebody talks about lie, cheating, stealing, manipulating, you don't want to talk about that. That's why it's verbatim, the same message over and over again. But when we stand in the mirror and, really come to the realization, oh, I'm really not the best thing running. That's the image that I'm giving you, but I'm really not the best thing running. Or I am the best thing running and shit, I'm lying like a motherfucker. Either way, the point of it is a lot of people don't like the mirror. They will try to belittle other people. They will try to make you think that their life or, my life is better than yours. I don't want you to think that my life is better than yours because my life is great for me. I don't need your life. I don't need whatever's that is. I never even wanted that. What I wanted and what I need, the universe is giving me anyway. So Earth School's energy reveals that the lesson isn't about regret. It's about initiation, but your intuition. Excuse me, you're being initiated into the world, but also your intuition is your guide. So we talk about tarot here. The tarot whispers, the tower meets the star. I don't want what's not for me, and what's for me comes or calls. Girl, listen, I want what wants me. But also, I want what is honest for me. I want what is compatible to me. I want what is like, and it's not even about something that is challenging you or anything else. It's about, like, people. I just had this conversation. Me and Strength was talking yesterday, right? And me and him was having a conversation about the relationships that people get in. And a lot of people don't belong with the people that they're with. A lot of people just end up with people because it's something to do. I don't want something to do. I don't need something to do. I got a lot of shit to do. Or you accidentally just end up with somebody because you start hanging out with this person and now we together and now I don't know how to get out of that shit. But meanwhile, they never really wanted to be with the person. Or it's based off of convenience. Or it's based off of money. I found a purple book next to my daughter's bed. She's 2. I opened it. Said, write your story. Then it's a blank pages with the last page in the book. It ends up surreal to know I'm in charge now of me. Yes, you are the architect of your life. What best, it brings the best out of me. Man, oh my God. Athena, listen, I'm glad you said that because I was watching, what was I watching? Something last night, and it said the only thing that will make a person change is another person. Mind you, this is what they meant. Because there's a person, he was just walking around aimlessly through life, right? It wasn't even like he tried hard. But then all of a sudden, this lady got introduced into his life. And all of a sudden, it opened his horizons. He started to want to try. Matter of fact, he started to become the best he's ever been, better than what most people, and he was learning at the speed of light. Like everybody was thinking he was slow and stupid, but meanwhile, they kept making him not want to be able. It's like, you know how with autistic children, they're always babying them. And instead of just letting them be normal, that's their normal. Let them do what they can do. But most people, when your child is autistic in certain ways, they always are trying to like, oh, let me give this to you, instead of letting them experience or figure out what they can do. It's like, I'm just going to give it to you beforehand. Like, no, let them go get it. Let them do it. Don't think that they don't know the difference between right and wrong, because autistic don't mean stupid. They can do it. And some of these autistic children is smarter than the fuck a lot of these people are. My mom has an autistic son. And this nigga, mind you, he's Caucasian, right? That has nothing to do with nothing. So it's a little white boy that comes around, you know what I'm saying? So he was here, we was doing family camping and shit. So this nigga changes the damn TV, and I told y'all this before. He done went through the program, he done took the remote control, and I don't know what the fuck he done did on the settings, but he done took and locked the TV up, right? My mom's like, oh my God, he done broke the TV, da 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 da. I take the remote, I'm trying to figure out what he did. I couldn't figure it out. So I gave him back the damn remote, and I said, fix it. Fix the TV. Whatever he did, he undid. And fixed the TV. He knew the steps that he took to do that. Meanwhile, I didn't even know the TV did that. But he knew the TV did that. When he don't want her messing with his stuff, he locks his shit. Now, how is he autistic? How autistic child know how to do some shit that grown ass adults don't know how to do or know that they even did that? So there's a lot of things that they can do, but most of the time people will just be like, "Oh, let me just do it for you because you're this." They're not retarded. They can do shit. I told my dude that I don't need his energy. He's always accusing. Girl, get away from him because I hate people like that. Like, you trying to stress me the fuck out. He's always accusing that I'm taking his energy. And I told him I got my own energy. y'all seem like y'all. What type of argument is that, Tamilia? I'm cracking up. Like, you're draining me. Get away from him, please, and thank you. I love that though, because it's funny. At least y'all know what energy belongs to you. I am cracking up that I don't need his. All he could do was walk away. I am cracking up. It's true what you saying. We all have to learn how to adapt to the new life we live, and that's period. The very definitely. I only started in 2019. I used to focus more on planets, but then opened up and combined the. Oh, I'm glad you said that too, because this is y'all. I've been watching this shit, and I don't know, it's Japanese or Chinese or something. And I've been stuck on watching it, but this shit is so fucking amazing. It's like magic. It's constellation of stars, I think, is something like that. But anyway, it was talking about like how, like, when you were born, how the solar everything aligned, and how back then, way many moons ago, like, they could tell your whole entire lifeline, what was going to happen, based off of your time of birth and what was the planets was there. Same way now, but it was just like it was a bigger thing, and it was people who actually did that, and they could tell you who you was going to marry the day. Like, it was a lot. But y'all, I love watching it. It was great. I only started to. Oh, okay. So you're so right. I have my nephew and my cousin who are autistic. I love them so much. They are very smart. And period. Lord, thank you for bringing me to one of my soul tribes. Thank you, Athena, for being here. I love you. Sounds like projection. LOL. I don't know you, but if you're sis, I'd say there's many fish in the sea. Period. Because yeah, I'm cracking up though. It's funny that is even a thing. Like, I love that for them though. But yeah, get away from him. My son has autism. I swear I have autism myself. I carry some traits, but I actually understand myself more, and I'm trying to tell you, I love the melting pot. I love y'all in your natal chart, definitely, Athena. That's how the bad people get in your way for delay, girl. So anyway, and then it's also the way how you can jump past them many, when you know what you know. But it was people who that they could. I don't think nobody is alive today that could do what they did before, and maybe there is, but I ain't seen it. Like, they could pull your natal chart and it be like, but the way they had it, it was like the stars and everything. Like, you could just see it. It was amazing. So I loved it. Something you built. I need to learn the natal chart. That reminds me, you also showed me the new perspective of projecting, because I didn't know nothing about it. Thank you for that. Too many apologies for not saying it sooner. I love you, Latrice, and thank you for being here. No need, because, honey, each one teach one. We here to learn from each other. And I know you've been on my channel for a long time, so I definitely love you and thank you for being here. All right, so you've knowingly placed yourself in the perfect position for divine intervention. The universe is rerouting you, not because you failed, but because you unknowingly cracked the code to a higher path. It's like jumping elevations, where somebody thought that this would kind of, throw a monkey wrench in your shit. Instead, all it did was pop you to the next level. You know how I tell y'all the haters help? Like, they don't even be realizing they be the catalyst for aligning yourself and catapulting you to another, dimension or another phase. It works every time. It works for you, not against you. Period. Damn right, Athena. So pause. Feel the air around you shift. Today isn't about fixing what went wrong. It's about realizing that nothing went wrong at all. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if it looks like nothing or it looks nothing like what you expected. Destiny just got a plot twist, and you're the main character. So, the ripple effect that I was just talking about. You know, that butterfly effect where somebody throws something or somebody, put some salt in the game and they, kind of go tell somebody a little lie. Meanwhile, it kind of does a little thing. Like before, people used to say certain things about me, but they would be lying, right? And instead of it doing the thing where, oh, I want you to stay away from her because people would be highly intrigued. Oh shit, now I need to meet her. Yeah, because regardless of what people can say or do, my energy says it for itself. Mind you, that ain't new. My energy has always done a thing. Like y'all, if I told y'all some shit, I used to be like a problem in this world because I used to do shit to people knowing good and damn well, for instance, like sexual energy. Like you wield that thing like a motherfucker. All the women, all the men that know you have sexual energy, like it controls shit. I would do shit like walk in the club up in between, like straight to a nigga up, like move his leg, stand right in front of him and say some shit. And mind you, everybody watching the shit that I'm doing. And this nigga be like, and these be niggas that, but bitch, I control this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause, either way, play with somebody else because when these people not realizing that just because it looks innocent, you could be playing with the worst type of energy ever. And just because it looks like the worst type of energy ever, you could be playing with the best type of energy ever. So never judge a book by its cover. Because if it really is what it's supposed to be, it's going to be both things. It's not going to be teeter to, oh, it's just good and it's this. It's, again, both energies. You get what you get. You get what you give. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But when they do unto you wrong, set them straight. We can send you to God. Definitely, God get them. But sometimes the hands already went before, God got to you. And you're going to have to go talk to God about it. Or sometimes I'll be talking to God about some stuff and God, you see them, right? Because I had talked with God about a certain particular person. And I told God, and it could have been wrong, but either way, God know I don't lie. So when I see this person, God, you do realize that this is what's going to happen. And I know that's probably not the godly version, but you saw what this bitch did. And, I know that you don't want me to do that, but I can't let that ride. So the only thing God could do is, one, either make sure I would never see this bitch ever in real life, or two, what God already did. So God adjusted it. And I got something back that, or I got something, not a back, but I got something that was sufficient for me to say, I can let it go. Because in real life, I was going to go to jail if I ever met that bitch because it's all hands. Like, when they say on site, bitch, you don't know me and I don't know you. But when you pull that shit online, ho, you better not ever come in my real vicinity because before you even realize it, bitch, I would be on your ass. Win, lose, or draw, you going to have to, every time you see me, ho. And I wasn't joking because they did an offense and they don't get to now, be out in the street and say, oh, I was just, no, you was just get ready to catch my foot. And I talked to God about it the whole entire time. So spiritually, I just couldn't let it go because my heart just wouldn't stop racing at the fact that these people thought that it was okay to interfere. Like, I don't even know you. And, sometimes people need to get taught a lesson. These new age people, they don't understand, like, everybody ain't y'all. And y'all play with stuff and y'all think that it's a game. some people don't play it like that. You will get yourself in a bad situation fooling with some people because we don't play like that. And why you thought you should play with me without investigating, like I may look whatever, you thought online. But bitch, ain't nothing sweet about me at all. So go find you somebody else to play with. But meanwhile, that was a conversation that I had with God. So I'm sitting in front of y'all telling y'all, spiritually, yeah, let it go. It's okay, yada, yada, yada. But some things are just not okay. Some things you're going to have to see me about. And however it ends up, I'm okay with the results because, at least it wasn't you thinking that you was just going to play with me like that. And it's not too many things I can't let go. You see what I'm saying? But that particular thing, I had to literally go to God about it. And so I wasn't going to sit in front of y'all and lie and say, oh, well, you should always turn the other cheek. Well, some cheeks was going to be turning, but I went to God and I talked to God about it. And, now I can let it go. Now I'm fully okay. I can let it go. So, if I ever seen you in real life, you safe in them streets, But before, no. I was literally going to jail, straight to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. I had on all intentions. Bitch, you was going to see these hands. So, yeah, that's where that was going. So what does Pisces need to do at this moment? Surrender to the shift. Stop trying to force things to go back to what they were. Stop trying to force things to go back to the way they were. The current situation isn't a mistake. It's a redirection. Let it go and allow the transformation to unfold because you might not know how you got here. Mind you, yesterday somebody was trying to get my attention so bad. I kept smelling somebody like for half the day. Mind you, these motherfuckers be smelling good. I don't even know, like, and I'm like, what is... Either way, I didn't feel like, even going to look. I waited till the end of the day, but somebody was trying to get my attention all day yesterday. It was just one smell behind the next, and it was all like, y'all people be smelling good. I let a people dog walk me and tell me I was worthless. I believed it for a long time, and if you can save yourself sometime, LOL to me, remember you're worth everything. The truest lesson that you will learn, and a lot of y'all saying that y'all are healers, heal yourself. Because we can always heal other people. But the biggest lesson, and one where you know that your gifts are truly your gifts, heal yourself. If you can heal yourself and you can find the silver lining and learn that the lesson was definitely the gift and the blessing in the situation, you did the job. You did the work. Because do you know how hard it is for me to sit in front of y'all and say, like, because some of the things you still have feelings and emotions about, right? Like I know that, these people did me dirty. I know these people did me wrong. I know these people inserted themselves all unprovoked in my life. But also, I know I could have felt whatever it was I felt, but I know it was good for me. I know it was best for me. The lesson, and you can hate a person and everything else, but that energy you can redirect into something positive. Some things you can't, like I just told y'all, I wasn't going to let a certain thing go, but I had to. So when we can grow past even knowing that, a person has wronged us in a way that may have, put somebody that we love at risk, or, put us in a position that we never wanted to be in, but then fully understanding that even if we didn't want to be in it, we needed to be in it because it helped us. Like when you can kind of wrap your brain around that and truly, like, really grasp the lesson, that's elevation, that's growth, that's ascension. That is now moving yourself beyond, the little stuck area, like where you can't see past, a person wronged you or whatever. It needed to happen. It had to happen. Can you forgive them? Yes, I can forgive them. But I'm still going to say what I said. Uh, you know, They don't have to apologize. They will never have to apologize. I'm literally beyond it, and I'm still going to say what I want to say, even if it pisses a person off to the point where stop watching me. Stop watching me, because I'm still going to say what I want to say. In your face, behind your back, around the corner, I'm going to keep saying it because it's a true statement. And sometimes when people don't realize they be having a lot of, they a fuck nigga and they be having a lot of fuck niggas around them, then they don't want to tell them that they're a fuck nigga because of, certain things. They just kiki, ha ha, oh, it was funny. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. And so in real life, again, that's another situation. If you got your ass beat, you wouldn't think that it was funny. But the people that are around you are not really there for you. And that's why, people think that shit is funny when it's not funny. That's why people think that fooling around or messing with people who are weaker than them or more vulnerable than them, that's why they think shit like that's funny. Because you're a bum. And only a bum ass nigga would think that's funny. So I don't care whether or not I can love a person and still tell them that they're a fucking bum. Ain't that what love is for? Look, if I was having bad behavior, me being your mom, are you not supposed to tell me?
I would have been told you.
That's my son. You see what I'm saying? That's my child. And my child told me one time, Mom, why are you being over? What'd you say to me one time? And I cussed his ass out because I ended up having to tell him, like, first and foremost, but he was right. So he was right, and I still cussed. But my point and my perspective was still correct, too. Don't fucking, try to make me think that I'm wrong for saying what I said, but he was right in the way that I said it. He wasn't wrong for that. But don't try to make me think anything, so two things could be correct at the same time. You could still be an amazing person, or you could still be a bum ass energy, because sometimes players fuck up. It's not to say that nobody's wrong and we don't always get it right, but when we know we're wrong, apologize. You don't have to, but if you truly saying that it was my bad, bitch, apologize. True love has no boundaries. I'm a believer indefinitely. I'm trying to tell you because, again, like, I don't teach my kids to not have an opinion about something. If something's going wrong, or I'm saying something, or I'm doing something that is out of pocket, I expect for them to be the first people to tell me. Like, that's a real thing. You stink, go take a bath. Your breath stink, do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, people don't realize people that love you want to make you better. They don't want you walking around here smelling like garbage or this, that, or the third in front of people because it's unbecoming. And I know you better than that. So why you smell like that? I could have been outside doing whatever the fuck I was doing. He don't know. All he know is, Mom, you smell crazy, so I don't think you should go to the store like that or whatever. But, that ain't happened. But still, if it did, he would say that. You see what I'm saying? Trust your intuition. You may not have all the answers yet, but your gut knows more than you think. Listen to the signs, dreams, and synchronicities showing up next to you. You have the next step. All right? The keys. You got the keys, the keys, the keys. You got the keys. Embrace the unknown. Instead of fearing uncertainty, I was saying unnecessarily. Instead of fearing uncertainty, lean into it. Can you give me some tissue, please? This moment is an initiation into a new chapter, and your soul signed up for this lesson long before you even realized it. So you were already plotting and planning and everything else, and you finally made it, okay? Welcome. Congratulations. You're on the precipice of a change, all right? So you're standing on a cliff, you can't go back, or you're standing on an ocean, you can't go back. And you don't want to die in this one place. So you just going to take the risk and opportunity, and you're going to jump. Be ready for an unexpected blessing. What seems like destruction now is actually making space for something better. The universe is rearranging things in your favor, even if it looks like chaos right now. Like, it should be chaotic. I don't know what to do. I don't, And heal, don't hide. Heal, don't hide. You know, it's more toilet paper in that little container that's in there too, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
If emotions are overwhelming, don't escape into fantasy, overindulge, or avoidance. Don't do any of that. Because right now, the truest lesson and the best thing about this situation is feeling.
I can work at 5.
Okay. It's feeling, and being present. Because the present is a good here and now. It may be scary. You might not know what to do. You may be wondering, all types of thoughts racing through your head. But don't escape into fantasy, overindulgence, or avoidance. Sit with your feelings, process them, and allow them to guide you for your growth. You're welcome, and don't be sad. The best thing I ever did was get brave and jump. Period. Like, I done it so many times, and I told y'all the last time I decided to do that, God said, I'm not going to catch you, because I would jump so many times knowing that God was going to catch me. Like, there's always a safety net. But this time, God said, you're going to have to fly, ma'am. You're going to have to fly. And not that, God won't be there, but if you keep jumping and knowing that there's a safety net there, you might not spread your wings. You might not grow in the way that you need to. So sometimes you just got to spread your wings and soar. And know that it's going to be good. You got this. So the flip side, what happens if Pisces resist this moment? If you refuse to accept the shift, you might find yourself repeating old cycles, stuck in emotional loops that drain you. Clinging to the past could make you miss a new opportunity that is trying to find you. Ignoring your intuition could lead you to unnecessary struggles. Right now, the universe is speaking loudly to you, and silence on your part will only make the lesson more difficult. But when you are healing or healed, don't let anyone tear that band-aid off. Girl, just rip it off for yourself. And that way, everything heals the way that you might have a little bit of a scar there, but just rip it off for yourself. Most Pisces once ascending are light workers, healers, but they do work for dark too. You're supposed to do everything. No, I told you that's what we learning in Earth School. You got to be balanced. They have a lot of past lives and knowledge. It's obviously not easy, but I took a job car hauling, got my C class. I rode with a partner, and I left the road alone. Me too, same. And it detoxes me in every way possible. I had to deal with me, and it hurt. Period. Because standing in that mirror, just examining yourself and looking into yourself and admitting, that certain things could be potentially your shit. Emerging from old to new hurts. You'll cry, feel like you're dying, because you are, and rebirthing. She ain't never lied, okay? Everything she said could potentially happen. Or you could just get mad and get empowered as well. Or you could just go through all the emotions, because all of them are exactly what you need. So ignoring your intuition could lead you to unnecessary struggles right now. The universe is speaking loudly to you, and silence on your part will only make the lesson more difficult. Running away from this transformation might cause a delay, tower moment, where the universe forces change upon you in a more intense way later. And you don't want that, because listen, the universe will adjust itself as many times as necessary and needed and possible in order for it to correct itself. And if you are a part of the correction, I promise you're not going to like it. It feels like everything being ripped away from you or on you all at the same damn time. So be mindful of the transition and the change. If the universe is basically letting you know, okay, we about to move, because I told y'all that the universe has a way of letting me know, okay, this is about to happen. We're about to jump, right? But sometimes it makes me afraid. And mind you, y'all even talked me through that. And I told y'all the reason why it made me afraid was because my transition, the last one, 2021, 22, was beautiful, but yet horrible at the same damn time. Because again, there was stuff that was happening and people. So y'all, and I pray that I never have to go through that or anything worse. Because, again, but if I do, I'm going to do it. And again, I'm going to pass with flying colors. But at the end of the day, it was tough. And it was tough to go through it alone. It was tough to even know and be able to hear the universe saying, okay, I'm about to take you through some changes again. Oh, shit. You see what I'm saying? But even y'all, even then said, it's going to be good. And mind you, it's almost like it's almost happens around the same exact time. So now it's starting to be like, okay, I'm getting used to this. This is an elevation. This is, but shit, sometimes the shit still be cringeworthy, okay? Um, and so you don't want to do that. So this is not the end. It's a breakthrough in disguise. Let go, trust, and watch how the pieces fall. The Pisces, the pieces fall into place in ways you've never expected. The universe is playing chess while you're worried about checkers. Step back and let the divine strategy unfold. Because we have to let it unfold. We have to let it happen. We have to go through what is there. And so that's going to be the message. Hopefully this helped. And I feel like it actually just helped me understand something also. Um, because I keep being told like to watch, just watch, observe. That's the word they keep using. Just observe. Um, and I love people's growth. Even the fuck niggas. And it's more than one. So, somebody may think I'm talking about them. I could be, but I could also be talking about another one. Either way, the point of it is I love seeing the growth even on them from people who have kind of like wronged you in a situation. Does that mean that I'm gonna change and I'm gonna allow anybody near me? Nope. It sure don't. Um, but kudos to y'all, everybody, the people who are learning, the people who are growing, the people who are ascending, the people who are, getting the lessons and the messages and actually doing the work. Kudos to the people who are not afraid of the mirror and even realizing that, I am what I am, and I'm gonna learn. I'm a person first, and I'm gonna learn these lessons, and I should have learned some of them a lot faster, a lot sooner, but I didn't. But I'm learning now, and I'm accepting who I am and my journey, and I'm loving every moment of it, even if it don't look like what somebody's trying to convince me or you're problematic. Okay, well, I'm just not for you, because people will try to judge you based off of what you have, what you look like, your whatever. It's always like some type of what do you call that, it could be monetarily, or it could be like I don't know, some superficial is basically what it gives me, right? I lost everything. I was homeless. They took my kids. My kids' dad started beating, took up drugs. I was attacked by CPS. It was a never ending. Started in 2018. They're still trying again, but I see it always. Well, I'm sorry that you went through that. But also your story is going to help somebody else. Somebody that could potentially be either about to go through this. So stay strong. All you got this. We all definitely got this. Um, so just so y'all know, a lot of us go through similar situations, but like Athena just said, your story, your race is not my race, and my race is not your race. We may have similar, situations happen. I feel like, again, because I hear it takes a village. So when we eventually get to come together in a way where we are, physically sitting in each other's face, laughing, talking about the situation, on how we got here, how we became a family, how far we all come in the situation, um, learning from each other, building a community. Um, these stories are going to be important. And also, these stories are our guide, or our guidebook. they didn't give us a handbook to Earth School. Nobody said, here, this is the pamphlet, this is what you have to do, this is how you get out of certain situations. We are just navigating this every day on our own accord, right? And whether or not we feel like we got it right or we got it wrong, we still seem to have to, do it, right? And I'm going to just say for me, I never would have thought that at this age, I would have a new lease on life to even say I'm looking at the world like through new eyes. And whether or not it is the old me or the new me or, whatever spirit takeover that was implemented or started, I feel like we are all merging together appropriately. Like my old self, my new self, my spirit being, and whatever entity, attachment that has been working, we're blending very well. And I can't wait to see, and I'm excited for, everything that we're going through and everything that I'm doing. But honestly, I'm excited for my future. I'm excited for a week from now. I'm excited for the next hour. Like, and I know that may sound strange to people, but I swear I keep having the same feeling. Like, I can just stop and in that moment just be thankful. Like, man, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with, like, because there's so much stuff that I can remember that used to bother me or that would make me have some type of feeling. And I don't have that anymore. And it's almost like when you let go of everything that don't matter and you just live for whatever is happening right now to you. Like, and even how they try to insert stuff into the system. The woman this morning, it'd be the outside entities because it seemed like they keep trying to pull me back into the system some way, form, or another, right? And I'm not going. Because it comes with schedules, it comes with strict this, it comes with, like, mind you, I can just do what I want. I can literally wake up and do whatever I want. It don't have to be an appointment for this, because that keeps you pulled into the system. It keeps, like, and people can say that's structure, this, that, and the third. No. It's literally keeping you bogged down with bullshit. So, sometimes we just have to realize, like, we don't need that. And I'm perfectly fine without it. I'm perfectly fine without that shit. Hit the like button, 3 dots, upper right hand corner. Thank you, Athena. Or double tap the screen, period, and thank you. We touch lives that need hope. Amen. How we see ourselves is that, and others, how others see us, even hope, even the haters, and period. And most of the time, that was the other thing. People be hating you, but really the reason why they hate you is because they really want to be you. People hate how people love you. People hate that you can do shit that they really, really want to do, but they will try to down you for it. Like, a person kept telling me that I am, I want to use the right word. It could be like, the carefree version of myself or whatever. So that's a problem because, a person needs to have strict rules and this, that, and the third. No, you need to have that. You need to have whatever structure that is. Because the other part is I was just thinking about the way that I would want my life, right? Because eventually I know I have to do something that has something to do with structure, right? I have to do something that has something to do with kids and, their situations and things of that nature, right? And I have to build structure and be responsible, on that level, right? But even in the process of that, I feel like I'm going to figure out a way to do both things to where you need to know that this is important, but make the decision for yourself. It's almost kind of similar to the way I raised my kids. Like, they were adults, training themselves under my supervision because they are not mine. They were, you know, I was thankful that God allowed me to be the vessel that brought them into this universe. But also, I knew that in order for them to make proper decisions when they got older, they had to start making proper decisions as a child. So they had options. You get to do this or you get to do that. Or you tell me what it is that you think you should be doing at this moment in time and let's see how it works out. My son, I was just laughing with him, and it's funny because his kids are the exact same way. He said when he was young, he used to like science experiments and things of that nature. So when he would ask for stuff, he would ask for like telescopes and fucking microscopes and things of that nature. Like, I remember one time I bought him this Goosebumps science shit, right? And he was always doing an experiment. He would always ask me, Mom, can you get me this, that, or third? And I would just let him make experiments. So I would always tell people, if you see something in the refrigerator that has like no label on it or something, don't drink that. Don't eat that. That's my son's, you know, he's just, mind you, he young, like 3, 4, 5, whatever the hell, 7, I don't know, somewhere around there, just young. This is what he would do. He would always create stuff. And I just let him do it. My daughter, she like changing her clothes a million times. I'm thinking like, okay, she definitely give her to be a fashionista because literally this child changed her clothes a million times. Mind you, she would come downstairs looking crazy. Guess what I would say? You look so beautiful. I would egg her on. People like, you know,